Kyo-Don. This the heavyweight semi-final number 2 of Grand Prix Series number 3. Open stance straight away. Mardani in blue. Well, you can work out for yourself what colour Kyo-Don is wearing. Is he going to be wearing a gold at the end of this one? And it's a sizable feat to get past Mardani. Takes the centre ring, the Iranian. And you mentioned Kyo-Don fighting at 87, that middleweight style. He is much smaller in terms of reach. Takes a headshot on the way through there, and he's caught in the headlights and in the face.
He stood still too long. At first he started to look a little bit composed. He was moving a little bit. He just stood still for far too long, and Mardani took advantage, and rightly so.
Yep, that advantage turns into a three-pointer. Kyo-Don tried to fire forward with a punch, but left a space, and the clock is ticking, and Mardani, well, he's looking composed now. Took a bit of a beating against Muhammad Cho in the World Championship quarter-final. Of course, Cho down and out in that other semi. Ikev, the Russian, waits for one of these two men. And waiting for that front leg. Kyo-Don a little bit low with it. And into the latter stages of the first round.
Good effort. Good reaction there with the front leg from Kyo-Don. I think for me, the Iranian has some good faking, but it's a little bit unrealistic. He needs to do it a little bit more realistic to make something happen. Just like that.
Indeed. Trying to score with a big back leg, but it's the head fake, the shoulder shimmy, trying to confuse Kyo-Don. But the Korean not buying it just yet. There's a good power punch there from Mardani, unlucky not to score. As we creep towards the end of the first round. This one a little bit more aggressive in terms of Mardani, and Kyo-Don, well, he's going to have to retreat. Standing stock still at the end. But the scoreboard, well, it reads well for the Iranian. And of course, Sarah, in terms of the style of the Iranian national team, typically very good match fighters, are very composed under pressure.
Yeah, definitely. They've been consistent for so many years on a world and Olympic level. They have that confidence and that aura about them. Just, I'm from Iran, and this is our culture, this is the way we fight. They've got that confidence from so many past world and Olympic champions. So,
speaking of which, world champion in the coaching corner, that always helps. Mohammad Reza, world champion back in 2003, giving out the coaching advice here. Can Mardani convert? 3 points up. Kyo-Don, not much that we saw from the Korean, very one-paced at the moment. Can he turn on the style? It is a long old day here when you're fighting, in early in the morning, fighting late into the evening. Need to freshen up, get some energy going from the Korean in red. But at the moment, Mardani is the man in the middle. Open stance to start, flicks it up to the headshot. Well, it worked in the first round.
Taking control of the match right from the start there, Mardani. Good to see. He's making Kyo-Don re-engage, switch on, has to start moving a little bit more, and he's forcing him to do that.
A little dance move there, I like that little fake.
I like that. He must have heard me say you need to fake more realistic and then able to take a shot. Unfortunately, the high section missed, but it was there and it was an option. I think he'll listen to me again now. I think
he'd be well advised to say it. Certainly listening to his coach, as we mentioned, world champion in the corner. Can Mardani become Grand Prix champion here? Hasn't managed it so far. Had a bronze medal in Moscow and in Morocco. Can he go one better here and get into the final? Kyo-Don, well, I think someone should text him and let him know that the fight has started, because he hasn't come out of the traps at all yet. A slow start from the man in red, and he's paying for it. Last minute in the second.
Since the headshot, there's been no kind of realistic points being scored or any kind of action to make you think like someone's going to make something happen. Mardani is trying to force a reaction, but no more points on the board.
Yep, nothing doing, nothing changing. Kyo-Don trying to let the legs go a little bit here. Mardani intimidating with his physical presence, using that front leg as a jab. giving Kyo-Don problems. Tries to slip round the corner with the left leg there, the Korean. A bit more variety, but a change of tactics, but not a change of score. Mardani, professional and closing this one down. Okay, let's break with protocol. There's a point at which you have to say that is a boring match. Let's not try and dance around it anymore. It's not that the athletes are here to entertain, they're here to win, but nothing happening from Kyo-Don.
Yeah, nothing from him, and I feel a little bit sorry for Mardani. He's trying to make something happen. He's forcing a few fakes, going into the distance a little bit, and then when he's kicking, he's getting too close, so his distance is off. And Kyo-Don just isn't doing anything to help the situation, which is fair enough for him, but
I don't think he even needed to add to help the situation. I think he's just not doing anything. I know that the kid well, I know his coach well, and he had a game plan coming into it, but maybe saving it up here. We've seen before the ability to come from behind and pull themselves into it, so it's only a 3-point gap as we go into the third and final round. Mardani against Kyo-Don. This completes the semi-finals, which leaves us with 3 finals to go here. Faking again, looking for options. Kyo-Don tries with a back leg turning kick. Well, is he going to get a Gam John against him there, Mardani? He is indeed. The low leg block. 2-point gap now.
And very painful, I might add. It's not very nice to kick someone's shin.
It takes a lot of pain to be a champion, to get through. It's a full contact sport, of course. And you volley somebody in the shin, it certainly stings. There's another low kick there on the way through. As we talked about the match management of the Iranians. Just knobbling with the knees there, Kyo-Don.
Mardani, the options are there. It's just the distance. And maybe that's Kyo-Don's game plan. Maybe he's trying to play with the distance a little bit, make it difficult, but you've got to capitalise.
Tries to capitalise that time, you're right, Sarah. Capitalises with a little body shot underneath. So patience pays off for Kyo-Don. 3 points apiece. Creeping towards the last minute. There's a nice body shot there from Mardani. Scores. Pulls himself into the lead. The man from Tehran has the lead.
And that was the distance. That's what he was trying to do in the first 2 rounds, and he got it right when it was needed.
Well, the game plan paying off so far for Sajjad Mardani. Kyo-Don on the back foot, tries the back leg turning kick. Both men deciding to have a bit of a fight for it now. Saved up their energy. Trying to cash in. There's a good body shot underneath from Kyo-Don. Are we going to see a golden point round? Last 25. Well, the final awaits. The bird's eye view for you here at the Copper Box. This is what the fighters see. The distance between the two can't be separated. There's the headshot over the shoulder. Kyo-Don does well to block. Likewise, Mardani. And we said perhaps golden score. And it's definitely going to be golden point now. Kyo-Don limps away. Mardani, likewise. Who's going to take this one? I'm not going to ask you for a prediction, Sarah. That's not fair.
It's very tough. Very, very tough. I think at the end there, Kyo-Don, for me, blocked with his leg. The referee didn't see it. So, for me, he should have got a Ganjung there, which would have been Mardani would be the winner. But sometimes the referees don't always see everything. You know, they're not magicians.
That's it. And who can produce a moment of magic now to get into the final? Well, it's been the escape artist Kyo-Don. He was down and out. Lost that headshot straight away, but pulled it back to 5 points apiece. Next point's the winner. Contrast of passion and patience. The Iranian coach screaming at Mardani to get going here. 1 minute to go for the golden score. Kyo-Don looking for the gap. Trying to lean back the Korean, presenting a small target. And this one, well, it's coming right down to the wire. Do you go, do you stick, do you twist, power punch or power shot? Both men bobbing and weaving. Nothing to report so far.
And 2 gamjungs allowed as well in sudden death, which is a great rule. I love that rule.
Yep, fairness observed, just to make sure you don't get disqualified in the golden point round. If no one scores as well, it's who has kicked the protector the most. And so far, well, you can add that up for yourself, because no one has. Nothing doing into the last 15 seconds. They've stood and looked at each other for long enough. Kyo-Don trying to draw the front leg out, back leg turning kick, almost scores. Well blocked by Sajjad Mardani, who has kicked the body protector twice. Will that be enough to take him through to the Grand Prix final? Well, Mardani and Kyo-Don leaving it in the hands of the electronic protector, and it was Kyo-Don who had kicked the body protector twice, and Mardani is gutted, none more so than his coach. Too patient there.
Yeah, well, that's been the theme of the whole 4 rounds, really, isn't it? Not making anything happen, making your life difficult. You've got to take a risk. This is what this sport's about. And for me, neither athlete took enough risks